What if the only thing standing between the life you want and the life you have is you? Not your past, not your boss, not your upbringing. You. You think you lack motivation? You think you need more time, more money, more inspiration? But what if what you really lack is discipline? Not the kind they taught you in school. Not sit down, shut up, raise your hand. I'm talking about the discipline they never taught you. The kind that forges empires in silence, that no one claps for, that rewires your mind at 4 a.m. when nobody's watching. This video isn't hype. It's a mirror. And if you make it to the end, I promise you, you'll never look at discipline the same way again. This won't just change your habits, it will change your identity. So before you skip, before your old patterns drag you to another dopamine scroll, there's a question waiting for you in the comments. It might just be the wake-up call you didn't know you needed. Go check it out at the end. Let's go. You keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. I'm tired. I just need to feel ready. No, you're negotiating with your greatness. And every time you delay the pain of discipline, you invite the pain of regret. Every time you lie to yourself, you reinforce the idea that you can't be trusted. Let's be clear, discipline is not motivation. Discipline is doing it when you don't feel like it. Discipline is self-respect in motion. And right now, some of you are walking around like your goals owe you something. Like life's supposed to give you results for effort you never gave. You are the one in your way. Not your parents, not the algorithm, not your relationship. You. That's a hard pill to swallow. But guess what? Swallow it anyway. Because on the other side of that truth is freedom. And if you're still watching, you're ready. Now let's talk about the formula that will change how you move forever. 5 truths you never learned. 1. Discipline is a decision, not a feeling. Let me say this clearly. Discipline is not a mood. It's not an energy. It's not motivation. It's a decision you make in the dark, long before the reward ever shows up. See, most people, they wait. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until they're inspired. They wait until it's easy, until the schedule's clear, until life isn't chaotic. But here's the truth. If you only move when you feel like it, you will never move far. Because feelings are fragile. They shift with the weather. They fold under pressure. They bend to comfort. And if your actions are based on how you feel, then your life will always belong to what happens around you, not what's happening within you. You ever had that day where your alarm goes off and the bed feels heavier than it did yesterday? Not because the mattress changed, but because your mindset did. That's the day you either lose the battle or take the throne. Discipline says, I don't care how I feel. I care who I said I was. Discipline is following through on what you committed to, long after the mood you made the commitment in is gone. You signed up for the gym when you were motivated. You told yourself you'd wake up early when you were excited. You made plans for your dream when it was convenient. But now it's raining. Now it's cold. Now it's uncomfortable. And suddenly you forget, not because the goal changed, but because the feeling faded. Let me be real with you. If feelings are your master, your destiny is your prisoner. Discipline doesn't ask you how you feel. Discipline tells you what to do, and you obey. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Do you know what happens when you stop letting your feelings run your life? You stop negotiating with laziness. You stop giving excuses a voice. You stop letting your emotions sabotage your evolution. You take your power back. Because discipline doesn't need permission. It shows up at 6 a.m. with bloodshot eyes and says, let's get to work. My future is non-negotiable. My word is stronger than my weakness. My purpose outweighs my pain. And here's the part they don't tell you. Once you choose discipline over comfort enough times, you don't just build consistency, you build trust with yourself. You stop being the person who talks big and quits early. You become the one who moves in silence and delivers loud. That's the switch. You don't need 100 motivational videos. You need one moment of truth, where you say, I'm done outsourcing my effort to my emotion. I decide now, this is who I am. I act regardless of how I feel. If you're done letting your feelings be your excuse, drop a comment in the comments. Right now, let the algorithm see what accountability looks like. Let yourself feel what commitment feels like. You're not soft. You're not lazy. You're just untrained. But discipline, that's the training ground. And the best part, you don't need a gym membership. You don't need perfect timing. You just need a decision. 2. Environment shapes execution. You're disciplined until your phone buzzes, until Netflix autoplays, until you're around people who normalize average. Your environment isn't neutral, it's programming you. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Let me break something down for you. You think you have a discipline problem. Maybe, but 9 times out of 10, you don't lack discipline. You live in the wrong environment. See, your environment is louder than your intention. You say you want to focus, but your room is cluttered. Your phone's buzzing. Your friends are chilling. You say you want to grow, but you keep watering yourself in dry soil, surrounded by people who don't believe in rain. You don't rise to the level of your goal. You fall to the level of your surroundings. Let that sink in. You ever wonder why your energy shifts when you enter certain rooms? Why you feel more focused in some places and completely lost in others? It's not coincidence, it's code. Your brain is constantly responding to cues, visuals, sounds, people, patterns. Every tab you leave open, every notification you don't silence, every toxic person you keep close is sending a signal to your mind. This is normal. This is okay. This is what we tolerate.
But it's not okay, and it's not who you're becoming. You can't plant the seed of greatness in the soil of distraction and expect a harvest. Let me be blunt. Some of you need to clean your room, log out of that app, mute that chat. Stop gossiping with people who gave up on their dreams 10 years ago. Your environment is either making discipline easier or impossible. There is no middle ground. You want to wake up at 5 a.m.? Then stop going to bed with your phone on your chest at 1 a.m. watching nonsense. Set up your clothes the night before. Put your alarm across the room. Make success your default, not your exception. Set traps for your future self to win. This is how high performers do it. They don't rely on motivation. They design their space so the next right move is obvious, easy, natural. And let me say this for the people in the back. Sometimes the most disciplined thing you can do is change your circle. Because if the people around you are allergic to effort, if they mock your consistency, if they act like working hard is doing too much, then maybe your environment isn't just distracting, it's toxic. You are not too ambitious. You are just in the wrong room. If you're ready to upgrade your environment physically, mentally, socially, comment below, I choose better soil. Let it be a declaration. Because this ain't just about clearing space on your desk. It's about clearing space in your life for the next level to enter. You're not just fighting laziness. You're fighting a system that was designed to make you average. Your job is to break it. And the first crack in the system starts with where you spend your time and who you spend it around. 3. Willpower is weak. Identity is strong. Let me break your pattern real quick. You think willpower is the answer? That if you just try harder, everything will fall into place. No, that's a trap. Willpower gets you started. Identity keeps you going. Willpower is like a matchstick. It burns bright for about 10 seconds. Then it's gone, and you're right back to where you started. Scrolling, quitting, starting over again tomorrow. Why? Because deep down, you're still calling yourself the wrong name. You say I'm trying to be more productive, but your identity is still, I procrastinate. You say I'm working on my confidence, but you believe you're still insecure. Let me ask you this. If you saw yourself as a disciplined person, what would change? Seriously, pause and think. If your identity was I am disciplined, what would you stop negotiating about? Because here's the truth. You will always act in alignment with who you believe you are, not what you say you want, not what you hope to be, what you believe you are. If you see yourself as someone who always breaks promises to themselves, that's what you'll keep doing. But if you flip the script, if you claim a new name and walk in it daily, you become dangerous. You go from I have to go to the gym to I'm an athlete in training. You go from I should wake up early to I'm someone who values time like money. You go from I need to stop procrastinating to I don't negotiate with laziness. I'm a finisher. See the difference? Discipline isn't about force. It's about flowing from identity. When a lion wakes up, it doesn't have to remind itself to act like a lion. It doesn't repeat affirmations in the mirror. It just moves, because its nature dictates its behavior. That's what you need to reclaim. Your nature, the part of you that already knows you're built different, the part that's buried under years of self-doubt, failure, outside opinions. And I know what some of you are thinking, but I've never been disciplined. that's not me. And to that, I say, that was you. It doesn't have to stay you. Right now, you have the power to update your identity, to rewrite your mental code, to decide, that old version of me, he doesn't speak for me anymore. One word, finisher, builder, closer, fighter, lion, whatever reflects the version of you that's been hiding, bring them to the front. You don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your identity. So raise it, name it, live it. This is where everything changes. 4. Small wins compound faster than big goals. You know what kills more dreams than failure? Impatience. Everybody wants the big win, the six-figure month, the chiseled body, the perfect life, but nobody wants the small steps. Everybody wants the mountaintop, but they disrespect the daily climb. Let me say this clearly. Success doesn't come from big moves. It comes from small, consistent wins stacked in silence. You say you want to write a book, but you won't write one page a day. You say you want to build wealth, but you roll your eyes at saving GHS 5. You say you want to be respected, but you keep disrespecting your own time and word. See, the lie we've been fed is this, that greatness comes from moments of explosion. No, greatness comes from compounding quiet consistency, from showing up when nobody sees, from doing the right thing, when it's boring, when it's small, when it feels like it doesn't matter, but it does matter. Every push-up you do when you don't feel like it, that's momentum. Every time you open the book instead of the app, that's integrity. Every time you choose water over soda, work over whining, purpose over pleasure, that's identity stacking. And over time, it compounds, it multiplies, it rewires your brain. The small win becomes the new standard. The standard becomes the habit becomes the lifestyle, and the lifestyle, that becomes the legacy. Let me put it plain. You don't need a massive breakthrough. You need to stop quitting on the small decisions, because that's where your power lives. In the moment where nobody's watching, in the decision that won't go viral, in the 10 minutes you think don't matter, that's where character is born. We live in a culture addicted to highlight reels, but you don't build a legacy in the spotlight. You build it in the trenches. You build it on Tuesday nights when you're tired. You build it on Saturday mornings when everyone else is sleeping. You build it in small, quiet, unsexy wins.
So here's your mission. Starting today, pick one small win. One thing you can do every single day. No excuses, no skipping. Drink a glass of water first thing. Read 2 pages. Make your bed. Write your goals. It's not about the task. It's about becoming the kind of person who finishes what they start. If you're ready to start stacking wins, comment this below. 1 win a day. That's it. Let that be your rally cry. Because if you can win the small moments, the big ones will take care of themselves. 5. Pain is the price tag for peace. Let me say something that most people won't. There is no peace without pain. You want a peaceful life, a strong mind, a disciplined, focused, bulletproof spirit, then you better get real comfortable walking through discomfort. Because peace isn't free. It comes with a price tag, and the currency is pain. The pain of waking up when it's cold and dark, and your bed is whispering, just 5 more minutes. The pain of saying no to the distraction, when every part of you is addicted to the shortcut. The pain of showing up daily, when you feel invisible. The pain of choosing growth, when comfort is right there, smiling at you. Let me ask you straight, which pain are you choosing? Because make no mistake, you are choosing every single day. You're either choosing the pain of discipline now, or the pain of regret later. And the pain of regret, that one never leaves quietly. It shows up at 2 a.m. when you're alone with your thoughts. It haunts you when someone else lives the life you talked about building. It lives in the what if, the almost, the should have. But discipline, that pain produces. It builds you. It stretches you. It forces your weak areas into shape until strength becomes second nature. And here's the wild part. Over time, discipline stops feeling like pain. It starts feeling like peace, because when you know you've shown up for yourself, when your actions match your ambition, when you don't flinch in the face of resistance anymore, that is peace. That's what you've been chasing all along. Not comfort, control, confidence, clarity. And guess where it lives? right on the other side of the hard thing you're avoiding. So don't run from pain. Learn from it. Use it. Channel it. Let it teach you who you really are, because some of your greatest freedom is hidden inside the pain you keep postponing. Close your eyes. Picture you 6 months from now, not perfect, but sharper, stronger, grounded, waking up early, not because you have to, but because it's who you are now, choosing purpose over comfort, making decisions with clarity. Can you feel that version of you? That version is possible, but only if you stop betraying them today. They're watching you from the future, waiting. Let me tell you something. They won't post in highlight reels. Discipline is lonely. There will be days your friends are sleeping in and you're grinding. Days when nobody claps, no audience, no lights, just silence. But it's in that silence that you build the voice that moves mountains. I remember staying up till 2 a.m., building dreams with no blueprint, no support, just belief. You don't need more applause. You need more alignment. You need to become obsessed with keeping the promises you make to yourself. Because when you do, confidence isn't fake, it's earned. This isn't just about you. Your discipline unlocks freedom for others. Your children are watching how you move. Your future spouse is waiting for you to show up with consistency. Your community needs the real you, not the distracted, diluted version. Break the pattern now, or pass the pattern down. You can be the one who changes the story, the one who turns survival into stability, stability into strength, strength into legacy. You don't need more time. You need more truth. And the truth is this: discipline isn't punishment. It's the highest form of self-love. When you show up early, grind hard, and finish strong, you're not suffering, you're preparing. Your future is too expensive to waste on temporary comfort. So get up, lock in, be the one who doesn't just dream, executes. Be the one who turns someday into day one. Be the one who fuels their 6 a.m. with fire. If you're ready to show up daily, subscribe. This channel isn't hype, it's home. Before you leave, check the pinned comment. There's one question waiting for you. Your answer might be the first step to your new discipline. Drop it below. Let's grow together. This is Fuel Your 6 a.m. We don't wait for permission. We wake up with fire. Now go do the work.